Hey, I think it's time to record this video about Zold cryptocurrency. There are so many questions about it. That's a project we're working with for the last year, and many questions are not answered yet. That's why I decided to record that to explain what's going on. The first and the most popular question is, why did you decide to create a new cryptocurrency? There are so many of them on the market: Bitcoin, Ethereum, and many forks of them and many copies. So why a new one? It was an experiment. We wanted to implement something similar to Bitcoin and blockchain to solve the problem of distributed payments, but not in a way blockchain does that. And it seems to be possible. So we achieved what we planned to achieve. The second question is why it's better. What's better in Zold comparing to blockchain and Bitcoin? Four things. First of all, it's new. It is an alternative solution for the same problem. And the more alternatives the market has, the better. How many of them are there on the market right now? Blockchain, DAG, maybe a few others, and Zold. Just a few solutions, which makes us quite unique and interesting for potential investors. Because I believe that in the future, the market will just reject all the forks and copies of blockchain. And there will be just a few cryptocurrencies based on blockchain. And there will be a few of them based on some other technology, a few of them based on something else. And Zold is one of the alternatives. It will find its own market. The blockchain will be on its own market. Zold will have its own market, and so on and so on. So the more alternatives the market has, the better for everybody. Zold is an alternative solution to blockchain. Second, it's lightweight. It's way lighter than blockchain solution. You know that in order to run the blockchain node, you need 200 gigabytes of space and you need quite powerful computers. So it's very resource consuming and money consuming operation. You know, one of the volunteers, open source contributors, managed to install Zold on Raspberry Pi. So it's possible to run a Zold node on a mobile phone, on an electronic device, on a refrigerator. That's how we are different. We're aiming at a large amount of installations on small devices. Number three, we're way faster because we're not centralized. Bitcoin is more centralized in the way they manage data. Each node on Bitcoin is supposed to maintain the entire database, the entire chain of data, the entire ledger of transactions. In Zold, each node maintains as much data as that particular node wants. You can start a node and keep just a few wallets there, just a few small ledgers inside, and the rest of the data will stay somewhere else. And that's what makes us way faster, because it's not necessary to put transactions one after another in a ledger. They can go parallel. We can process transactions and maintain the data parallel. Not just process parallel, like for example Bitcoin Lightning Network, but maintain them, manage them, keep the data parallel, maintain them on different places, in different computers, sometimes even never getting together, never synchronizing them. And number four, we're cheap. We're way cheaper than Bitcoin because processing and transaction fees are way lower because the way we manage data is different from blockchain. So four things: it's new, it's lightweight, it's fast, and it's cheap. The next question is, who are the users? So who is it for? Who is using it now? It is in use right now. It's on the market right now. Zerocracy, our company who works with freelancers, programmers, who develops the software for customers and creates the artificial intelligence management tools, is actually paying programmers right now using this cryptocurrency. So the cryptocurrency is on the market. It's not for exchange traders. It's not for speculative values. It's not a bubble. It's a real cryptocurrency which is supported by real money, and it is used to deliver payouts to programmers who do actual work for our customers. That's who is using Zold right now. It's not huge, of course, for now. We're not processing more than a few $1,000s a day. We're not as huge as Bitcoin, of course, but we're starting, we're getting there. But the market is real. It's not speculative, like I'm saying. We are actually paying, using Zold, real money to real programmers from real customers. The next question, why it's not traded on any exchange? It is not traded. We're not listed anywhere, not on any exchange. Why that's the case? The main reason is that cryptocurrency market is pretty corrupted, and we tried to get onto a number of exchanges and we got pretty high fee demands. You know that in order to get listed on Binance, for example, you have to pay about $1 million or something. And it happens to most large cryptocurrency exchanges. They just demand a lot of money upfront to get listed. And we don't want to spend that money, and we don't have $1 million right now to list on Binance. We decided to go a different way. We just implement an exchange, a primitive exchange of Bitcoin to Zold and Zold to Bitcoin on our own platform. Anyone can join in, sign up, create an account, send a few Bitcoins to us and get some Zolds in exchange. And the other way around. It just works like that, and we guarantee that we're going to exchange those zolds in the future by the fund we create to support the entire emission. So every time you bring bitcoins to us and we give you zold, we keep those bitcoins in a fund in a publicly visible Bitcoin address where you can see how much bitcoins we still have, and you see how much zolds we delivered to customers on the market. You compare those two numbers and you always see the guarantee that everything which you have in hands, all the zolds the market now possess, can be returned back to us and exchanged back to bitcoins. So we sort of created like a stable coin, but not stable in relation to fiat currencies like US dollars or euro, but stable in relation to bitcoins. So now Zold rate is hardwired to the Bitcoin rate. That's our financial model for now. And you know what makes it even more interesting for people who want to have some zolds in their hands is that the rate of Zold to Bitcoin grows every month about 4% up. We do it manually, we do it artificially, so we just increase the rate in order to attract new holders, new people who will exchange their bitcoins to Zold. The growth of the rate is supported by the business of Zerocracy. The better the business is doing, the more we can increase the rate. So if you help us by bringing your bitcoins and taking back Zold, you help us to improve the business. The business grows, the business increases the rate of Zold, and you win. That's the idea. So this is what we want you to do next after watching this video. Just try to convert a few bitcoins you have to Zolds, hold them for some time, see how our project develops, help the project this way, and then get some profit from that. If you believe in the cryptocurrency market in general, if you believe that Bitcoin will grow, if you find our business interesting, read about that, about the Zerocracy business, how we make software development business better by applying artificial intelligence to the management component of it. If you put it all together, you will see that Zold has a lot of future as a technology and as a financial vehicle to drive Zerocracy business forward and helps us to improve the software development market. That's all I wanted to say. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for listening. Stay tuned. Bye-bye.